Hello everyone, welcome to Mountain Life Fitness. This is Jackie, the owner of this wonderful facility and coach and trainer to all of you amazing members and clients. Welcome to another new format. The format this morning is going to be a total upper body and core Pilates fusion. So we're taking a little bit from several different disciplines, a little bit from the reformer, a little bit from mat Pilates, and a little bit from just traditional muscular strength training, and we kind of fuse them all in. The format is set up so that you can stack it with other formats. For instance, the new one that we performed last week was total glute and core Pilates fusion, and that can be stacked with this one, or you can integrate some of these drills and skills into our full hour format total body mat Pilates. And we will be adding some of these in. I'll be performing and producing another video next week specifically for total body mat Pilates as well. And these shorter formats, I'll be doing new programs each week so that we're going to have quite the portfolio to utilize. So just tell you a little bit about this one and then we get started. I am going to use a little bit of equipment. I've got a couple of tubings and a figure 8 and a kettlebell, and so the tubing are different gauges. One's being used for rows, so it should be the thicker gauge. Thinner gauge going to be used for biceps. And then the figure 8 I'm going to be using for rotator cuff. Kettlebell is going to be performed with a Turkish get-up, which is a derivation on the theme of the Turkish get-up. And so we're going to utilize all that. There's 4 blocks. And again, you can do this whole program without any equipment at all. The first block will be upper body concentration. Second will be core concentration. Third, upper body concentration. And the fourth one will be core concentration. So that's really the game plan. I'm not going to perform a specific warm-up or cool-down with this particular program just because it's so short and it's really supposed to be used as an integration. That said, you can pick up a warm-up for any of the circuit formats that we perform each week. I did one this morning. That was your 3x3 circuit. You can use the warm-up from that, and you can use a cool-down from that as well. So any of those will work really well. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. You can have shoes on or off, socks on or off, whatever feels most comfortable to you. And I'm not using any music here. We're just going to be you and I working mano a mano here, okay? So we're going to start with a plank, and this will be upper body focused. But again, as I mentioned in the written content on these videos that you will receive today and tomorrow, there's going to be some crossover here. So even though a plank is a nose to toes core exercise, we're going to utilize it for upper body focus today. And so we're going to come up on that plank, and we're going to be taking the right knee down, just touch it and bring it back up. 2 more. And then switch sides. Try to keep the rest of the body really still. That's it. 2. Bring it back. Down and up. Down and press back. Keeping shoulders packed. And switch sides. Down and up. That's it. Good. Now alternate. Down and up. Yeah. That's it. So pectoralis, deltoid, tricep, all working pretty isometrically here. Yeah, nose to toes core as well. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, give me 1 second. Let's grab my towel here. Okay. All right, so then this is going to be tricep push-ups. Okay, and we'll do 8 on each lead. So packed shoulders, rib cage lifted, navel to spine, down, down, up, up. Yep. Good. And down. 4 to go. That's it. Good. 2. 1 more. And take a little breather. So, what's really nice about these shorter variations are that, like I said, they can be integrated, or if you just want a real quick and dirty way to get some upper body and core and incorporate that with maybe when you go out for a run or a cycle, this is a good way to do that. All right, so shoulders packed down, rib cage lifted, navel to spine. And we'll start with the left side now. And up. Good. And press. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. Then let's grab that thicker gauge tubing. And again, if you don't have tubing, kind of difficult to substitute dumbbells here. Not going to get a whole lot of load there. So you might just want to simulate. I'm going to cinch up on the tubing a little bit. Palms are going to be up. So shoulders packed down and back, rib cage lifted, navel to spine, and we're going to row straight back. So I'm using my feet as my anchor. That's it. And you can always cross the tubing, cinch up on it more if you like. Think about sliding the underside of your arm alongside that torso. Pull back and in. Exhale and inhale. So this is going to work the lats, a little bit of rear delt, a little bit of bicep with the palms up. Let's go 4 and pull. Good, 2 and 1. Now let's add a little bit of a press. Back, back, back. So really cracking that egg between the scapula. Good. 8, 7. That's it. And it's 4, 3, 2, and hold. Good. And release it forward. And the other versatility element of this program is that you can take the first block there and repeat it 2 and 3 times if you want to. One thing I didn't mention in pre-class was that I'm actually going to use a BOSU on some of these exercises in block 2. But if you don't have access to a BOSU, then you're just going to do straight push-ups. And these are going to be rock and roll, okay? So block 2 is going to be focused on core, but again, you're holding your body up also with upper body muscles. So you're getting kind of a combination here. So find your plank, can be done full or modified. Rock and push up, roll and push up. Rock, push up, roll and push up. Rock, push up, roll and push up. Rock, push up, roll, push up, rock, push up, roll, push up, rock, push up, roll, push up. One more round. Right, center, left, center. All right, good job. So, if you've got the BOSU, we're actually going to come up and perform some squats with it. So, if you don't, you can even perform squats on the step. Although there's nothing unstable about a step, you've got that elevation. So it can add a little bit of a challenge there. Otherwise, you're just going to do this from the floor, all right? So we're adding this balance challenge here and stability challenge. And I'm just gonna sit back and up. A lot of you are accustomed to doing this on a strong board. And sit, good, and down and up. So if you do not have a BOSU or a step, I'm going to show you a good alternative, yeah? And back, and 4 to go. And it's 4, and back, good, 2, and 1 more. So, if you don't have any equipment to stand on and give yourself a balance challenge, attempt to do this without having both feet down. Do make sure that the tailbone goes to the wall behind you and that you've probably got something relatively close to you to hold on to in the event you lose your balance. All right, now I'm going to take this over speaking of balance, to the wall here, because I'm going to hold on lightly to the door. And this is going to be what's called a wheel. And it can be done from the step as well. It's kind of nice to have yourself elevated a little bit. And you want to test the water here periodically. So it's going to be a knee up, leg side, and back. Watch that you don't arch that back when you go into hip extension. Out to the side and back. Yeah? Knee up, out, and back. Knee up, out, and extend. Knee up, out, and back. And one more, knee up, out, and back. And we'll face the opposite direction. So this can easily be done from the floor, and it's challenging, particularly if you're not holding on. Again, I'm holding on here lightly, trying to test the water and challenge myself. So it's knee up, out, and back. Yeah? Up, out, and behind. Yeah? Up. So you're getting both balance and stability challenge here on the Bosu. Up. If you're on the floor, the step, it's just balance. Yeah? Up, out, and behind. Up, out, and behind. A couple more rounds. Up, out, and behind. And last one. Up, out, and behind. And step on off. All right, good job. Okay. So, block 3, side bridge with arm circles. So we're going to come down. Again, this is going to be upper body focus, but obviously going to have a side bridge going. So obviously we're also working on nose to toes core. Arm up, and we're going to circle 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and reverse, and around. Working on that mobility at the shoulder joint. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring that arm down. And let's switch sides. And we've done this in our total body mat Pilates program on many occasions. Lift hips up. And let's go. 8, 7. That's it. 4, 3, 2, and reverse, and around. That's it. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring that arm down. Good job. Okay, tricep dips. And this has got a little flair to it here. So for those of you that are going to keep your hips down, it's kind of hard to tuck that knee under. Okay, so I'll give you part of this exercise to do as well. So what it's ideally going to look like is we're going to dip down, and as we do that, that leg is going to tuck, and then it's going to extend. So if you're going to keep the buttocks down, then dip and extend, okay, versus having the leg tuck under. Shoulders packed, rib cage lifted, navel to spine. We're going to dip and extend. Dip and extend. That's it. Some transverse plane there. Down and push. Down and extend. Down and up. And one more. Down and up. Good job. We'll switch sides there. If this bothers the wrist, then you can try it from the fist, or you can use push-up bars back there if you like. Okay, and let's lift up, and we'll dip and extend and extend. That's it. Lengthening, strengthening, and core. Yeah, that's it. 3, 2, and 1. Yep, good. I'll get those hamstrings as well. Okay, so I'm going to use my figure 8 here. Figure 8 tubing, but you can use regular tubing. You just have to cinch up on it. I'm going to stand up. And this is rotator cuff. So one thing you can do if you don't have tubing is put that dumbbell in your hand. And it's not going to have, the dumbbell itself is not going to really train the rotator cuff in a standing position. But it will add a little bit more challenge, okay? So you can do it with a dumbbell, like I said, cinch up with tubing, or use a figure eight. We do want our palms up because we're performing external rotation. So we're going to come back and in. And you're going to notice that I'm not pulling the arms away from my torso. So I'm staying real connected. Externally rotating our humerus. Yeah, that's it. And back and in. Exhale and inhale. Back and resist. 4 muscles here in the sits muscle group, yeah. That are your rotator cuff muscles. And let's go back, 2, 3, and in, and back, 2, 3. Keep those arms glued to your side. Back, 2, 3, and in, and back, 2, 3, and in. Again, back, 2, 3. Feel those scapula move as well. 2, 3, and one more. Back, 2, 3, and in. Nice job. All right. So you're going to need your kettlebell. And this is a Turkish get-up. It's sort of part of a Turkish get-up. It's kind of a derivation on the theme. Front leg straight, back leg flexed. And you're going to take that kettle, if you're using a kettle, and rack it. Using a dumbbell, just hold it on one end. And we're going to be lifting up and down. Up and down. So back to core here. Yeah, and up. But you're definitely getting some upper body. 4 and 3. Good. 2 and one more. Up and down. All right. And sweep to the other side. Front leg extended. Make sure you've got yourself aligned here with that hand, that you don't have your hand turned back or in. We don't want that humerus in a strange position there, so keep it in neutral. And let's go. Push up and down. Good. Press and push. And it's 4, 3, good. 2, and one more. Up and down. Good job. Okay. And then I'm going to grab my moderate gauge tubing. And this is going to be bicep curls with a layback. So if you have low back issues or lower abdomen issues, you may not want to perform the layback. So the layback comes to about 45 degrees and back up. Okay? And I'm going to cross mine. Makes it a little easier to deal with and separate my legs a little bit. So palms face up. We're going to curl and control forward. So on this, it really does simulate an exercise we use in the reformer. Yeah. And good. So compress that abdomen. Curl as you go back. It also kind of gives you something to hold on to there, although you don't want to lean too far against the tubing because it's not meant for body weight. And it's 4 and 3. Good. 2 and 1. And then we're going to pulse. 1, 2, 3, and all the way up. And 1, 2, 3, and up. 1, 2, 3, and one more. 1, 2, 3, and up. Good. Excellent work, you guys. Gonna put that aside. And we're gonna finish off with some touch and goes. So, long lever exercise. Gonna move our movers in the core here. Legs up, so our corset core muscles. Arms up overhead if you need support from one of those hands. That is fine. Hips are going to go to ceiling, chest towards thighs. Yeah? Up and back. So we don't want to bring the arms up like that, even though the exercise is called a touch and go. Yeah? We want our arms to stay with our torso so that we really create that extra load due to a long lever. Further it is away from midline. We'll go 4, control back and up. Yes. 2. Now we're going to add some rotation to that, guys. Yeah. Up and across and back, up and across and back. Get those external obliques involved and across. Good. Exhale and inhale, across and back. Rotate. Good. And across, and 4 to go. And it's 4. Yeah. 3. Good. 2. And once more. All right, great job. All right, either rock and roll up or roll to the side to get up. And that is your total upper body and core fused Pilates format for you today. So again, enjoy that. You could go back and do that a couple more times through if you wanted to, or you can stack it onto another format or integrate it into your total body mat Pilates format, which we will be doing some next week. So you're gonna get yourself a nice little stretch there if you're at the end of your workout period. And other than that, you guys have a fabulous day. Great job. Thank you so much sticking with our program all the way through. Yep. Okay, guys.